Thank you so much for tuning into the Property Show West Edition. Well, on this show, our job is really simple. We help you find the top deals in property across Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, and several other key property markets of West India. I will be joined later on the show by Dhruv Khanna, Assistant Vice President at Prop Equity, to identify the best buys in your budget. But first, there's a whole lot of stories that we need to take a look at, and this is what we've lined up on the show for you today. For the very big news of the day, faced with severe criticism for its earlier plan, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, or BMC, has released a revised draft development plan for Mumbai. Now, will this really make homes in Mumbai more affordable? And why is building affordable homes in India such a challenge? That's also coming up on the show today. So we go beyond Mumbai to pan-India. Then, of course, we cull out quality projects in a prime location, in several prime locations, in a budget of 2 crore and a little bit above that. Next, we'll cover emerging micro markets of Thane in very pocket-friendly budgets. And also on the show are some projects from reputed developers and promising destinations of Pune, starting with a price tag of 55 lakh and going right up to 1 crore. Not only this, if you have to buy top quality projects, you may need a home loan. So a complete home loan guide for you and answers to all your questions, however complicated they might be. After facing severe criticism for its earlier plan, the BMC has now released its revised draft development plan 2034, and the new plan has several provisions that make or promise to make redevelopment in the city easier, while also opening up large plots of land for development. But critics say it still has flaws and will lead to the city losing its eco-sensitive zones. Well, who's really right here and who's not? Joining me today, I have Dharmesh Jain, Chairman and Managing Director, Nirmal Lifestyle Limited. Dharmesh, welcome to the show. Also, Kalhan Mattu, Director, Planet 3 Studios, Architecture Private Limited, who's been working on a lot of social projects and with the government in close coordination at state level. Now, I'm going to first come to you, Kalhan, because I know whatever Dharmesh says, there is this whole skeptical world who believes that developers are only out to grab land. So maybe I might go to you first and say, all the headlines that I'm reading is saying, oh my God, the salt pans are going to be lost. What's going to happen to RA? Really, the eco-sensitive zones are going to be gobbled up in these land-grabbing mafia, which is the BMC, the developer, and everybody else. Yet everyone wants affordable housing in Mumbai. So how is it going to be possible? This development plan, does it take care of something?
Not too much, I'm afraid. I think we're losing another opportunity to do something big with the city. I think the fact that RA has been looked at in a very narrow kind of perspective, only putting a metro yard over there, which I think it should not be the first place to do it, and then hands off for the rest of the development. I think that's not the way the city needs to think about its future. For a city that is so short of public spaces, that's so deficient in public infrastructure, I think we need brighter ideas. I think we need more imagination.
So did you find anything good in this development plan? I mean, remember how long it took to actually make the first draft, and it was junked because there was such an outcry. The fact that they've taken it was open for public participation, and now you have another draft. Why has it still not met its objectives?
I think it was well intentioned for sure, but it had some factual issues that they had to deal with technically. But beyond that, what I'm concerned about, I'll just limit myself to the question on RA. I think the city really needs to have a good conversation which is intellectually driven about our public spaces and how they ought to be and how our green spaces ought to be and how that sustainable development has to happen, rather than just get into emotional discussion, which most of the green eco warriors tend to pull us into.
Okay. Dharmesh Jain, now of course we shall allow you to speak, because we've got Kalhan saying that, look, let's not look at emotions here. Let's actually look at the facts and say what is good for Mumbai. And now the biggest issue, we're here on the property show trying to get people homes at the right price, which has been the biggest challenge. Tell me, how do you view this new development plan 2034? Do you think it addresses some of your key concerns for bringing right-priced home inventory into MMR?
So, Manisha, as you rightly said, I think there is going to be this balance that we'll have to create between development and creating the right ecosystem for Mumbai. And I think all views are very important to be brought on table, and all of us should sit together So there is this one view that you need housing in Mumbai. I have this very, very strong view that you need employment in Mumbai. I think the big concern for me as far as Mumbai is concerned is that we are not creating enough jobs. So we have to come up with multifaceted imaginative solutions on the table where you create jobs in Mumbai. So we really have to see how we can develop office spaces in Mumbai. We've lost out big time on creating good quality office spaces in Mumbai. We need to create retail in Mumbai. Again, we were talking of this retail revolution coming into the whole of India and Mumbai in particular, and it's not taken off. We need to create, specialized job opportunities. Today is the hub for films as far as the whole country is concerned. So film and entertainment can create a lot of jobs. Similarly, there are 10 suggestions that we've as MCHI given where we feel that jobs can be created. Again, contrary to belief, I think one of the main thrust of MCHI has been that we really need to create green spaces, and we also need to give a thought on how green spaces will be created and utilized. I think there is a serious problem with the way we are utilizing our green spaces, and MCHI has offered that we'll come up with plans for the green spaces that we are creating and how we can creatively. So today, we just don't have any playgrounds in Mumbai, and that's a big concern for me that children don't have access to playgrounds. So every recreational
exactly
ground that we have
Taman
can
was
also
saying.
become a very good playground for, and I'm sure both can coexist. So,
Absolutely.
as I
All
said,
right, let me just-
I
let
think
me
it is
just-
very, very important that we have all views on the table.
So here's my question, gentlemen, and let me just read out some of the guidelines, because we've had enough discussion and debate, and this time again, if it goes back to the drawing board, you're going to lose more and more time in this, which this city can totally ill afford. Revised draft now allows for a network of roads in salt pan lands, which has become a big issue. At least activists are saying this is not a great idea. No development zones, reservations on the land of existing buildings has been deleted, which includes reservation on land of cessed buildings, reservations on mill lands to be dropped to boost redevelopment, which is a very important point and was needed. I mean, there's nothing happening. That land needs to be unlocked. Affordable homes to be built on spots earmarked for public housing and high density housing. So, you can say that these are earmarked for high density housing, but then somebody has to build them as well. Metro car shed and zoo to be allowed in RA Colony, MMRDA to have the final call on its removal. So out of that entire document, these are some of the key points. If I were to ask you, Dharmesh Jain, what is it that you like out of this? Is it all, sure, all views have to be taken. Now the time of views is over. This is the document you've got for Mumbai. You are a hardcore Mumbai developer. What do you like out of this? Will this allow you to build affordable or right-priced homes?
So clearly, the emphasis on affordable housing is what I like, and we really need to, read the fine print and see how we can implement affordable housing in Mumbai. I think Mumbai, what we also need to understand is that of all the large metropolitan cities of the world, probably Mumbai has less than 25% area when you compare it with most metropolitan regions of the world. So we need to understand that Mumbai has serious specific issues related to Mumbai, which are unique to Mumbai. Very, very clearly, when you highlight all the issues, when I say discussion is that normally when the plan is published, then you have suggestion objections, and then so those suggestion objections are come into discussion. So as you rightly said, I think Mumbai can ill afford this again going back to the drawing board. It is very, very important that all views responsibly come on the table, and we try and create common consensus amongst Mumbaikars. But Mumbai desperately needs its next development plan. The last one came in 1991, so it's been 25 years for this new plan to come in, and it is very important that we have a new development plan for Mumbai. As I said, I'm very clear that there is solution for each sector. Obviously, every sector will have to get some and give up some issues that are important to themselves. But holistically, we need a new development plan for sure.
Okay, so you're saying new development plan. You've gone through it. Kalhan, tell me, are right-priced homes now possible? You've got salt pans. Like we were talking earlier before the show started, and you said let's recognize Mumbai is not a salt-producing city. So there shouldn't be extreme emotional decision on why salt pans are being gobbled up. Just the fact that quickly allow for infra to come up, quickly allow for redevelopment to happen. At least in terms of the direction that it's taking, this is what Mumbai needed, isn't it?
Prime Minister has given us the ambition of housing for all by 2022. How are we going to achieve it? Where is the land to do that? I think it's this opportunities like the salt pan land and a few other things like MBPT land that is available that we can still look at, and that can actually in a Mumbai context solve it for us. But we need some boldness over there. We need boldness in thinking. We also just need to act on what is essentially there. A lot of that land can technically be developed, and that there is no argument on that. It's just that government needs to take that first step. Now, like I said, Mumbai does not need to produce salt. Mumbai also does not need to hold up development just because there is a notion of environmental insensitivity here. I think we need to have a clear conversation about it. I think we really need to distinguish between salt pans, which are essentially salt pools, and mangroves for that matter, which are rich ecosystems. So I think that kind of conversation has to happen. And finally, we owe it to the city and the people. In a place where 65% of the people are living in slums, I think the necessity of the moment is to deal with that elephant in the room.
All right, I'm going to conclude there, Dharmesh and Kalhan Mattu. This is just the beginning. I mean, this is the first noise which is getting created with the new draft plan. Like you said, a lot of suggestions are going to come in. We will see which way the wind really blows and how long will it take for the development plan to actually become a document for implementation. Gentlemen, thank you very much, and we'll have you up again to discuss Mumbai development plan several times over the next few months. I'm sure of that. And we'll keep the Mumbai dialogue going. We've got Mumbai, Pune, Thane, and we will try and find, of course, if not right-priced homes, the best projects within your budget. Dhruv Khanna joins us. Dhruv, thanks for joining us to help us with all the data to help us and the viewers buy the right-priced homes. Okay, I'm going to start with this email. Amita Alva has written in, and she says that I need a 3 BHK in Mulund is her preferred area. That's one that she's chosen for personal use with all modern amenities such as club, swimming pool, etc. Budget is 2 to 2.5 crore, and possession is required immediately or in the next 2 months. So it's really about buyers now gravitating towards ready homes. They've shortlisted Ashford Royal project in Nahur. Is it the right choice? Otherwise, give us some other options. Well, all that we can say is, Amita, I mean, your preferred size would be 3 BHK, but in this project, I think it's out of our budget, isn't it, Dhruv?
Yes, it's a bit out of the budget. So what we are recommending to her is go for a 2.5 BHK in this particular project. As far as the area is concerned, both areas, micro markets that she's chosen are both good. Mulund is, of course, in the central suburbs. With Nahur on the south of it. It can be accessed by the LBS Road, Eastern Express Highway, Central Railway, Suburban Rail Network as well. The Ghatkopar Metro line is just about 3 kilometers from here. If you look at the inventory overhang figures in Mulund is 16 months. Nahur West is at 19 months. Weighted average price for Mulund West is 13,500 rupees a square foot, and Nahur is at 11,800 rupees a square foot. Mulund West is growing at about 7% per annum, and Nahur West is growing at just over 6% per annum. The project she's chosen, Ashford Royal by Ashford Group. This is in Nahur West. Price is between 13,750 rupees a square foot to 14,500 rupees a square foot. We are recommending she look at a 2.5 BHK within her budget. This is located on the S. Samuel Mark opposite the container yard. This is about 1 kilometer from the Nahur station and about 1.3 kilometers from the Eastern Express Highway. She can also look at 2 other projects that we are recommending. Zenith B, which is a joint venture between the Goodrecha Builder and K. Himani Group. This is 22,800 rupees a square foot on carpet area. This is located in Mulund West. It's a partially ready project. This is located on the PK Road near the Kalidas Auditorium, about 800 meters from Mulund College and about 1 kilometer from the Mulund station. The other project we are recommending she look at is Ranwal Anthurium Phase 2 by Ranwal Group. This is also in the same micro market, Mulund West, priced at 13,000 rupees a square foot. This is a partially ready project. 3 towers are ready with occupation certificate. This is located on the LBS mark opposite Veena Nagar near Agarwal Hospital and about 600 meters from DAV school and 1 kilometer from the Platinum Hospital.
All right, so here's a quick summary. Amita, though interestingly, Dhruv, I mean, both these markets, the inventory overhang figures are looking so comfortable. Mulund and Nahur West. Now, these are really within the municipal limits of BMC, and these markets just have 450 and 670 units, so the supply is not so much. And look at the price appreciation at 6 to 7%. Literally, it's 1 or 2% over inflation. So prices have moderated, and I can see buyers coming back. It's been a while since we've got that question for 2 to 2.5 crore budget, which essentially means that yes, now at the right price, there are buyers even in the premium segment of Mumbai market. Okay, quick summary as well. If we can run that through and then move on to our next question. We've got Shailendra Kumar on the phone line. Amita, your options were Zenith B and Ranval, along with what you had chosen, which was, of course, Ashford Royal by Ashford Group. That also gets a go-ahead from us. Let's bring on Shailendra on the phone line. Shailendra, hi. Welcome to the show. Go ahead. How can we help you?
Manisha, I want to buy a 3 BHK in resale in Queenstown project at Chinchwad, Pune. The total cost is at 1.4 crores. Is it a good deal for end use? If not, please suggest some other good projects in same budget and that too in the same locality for a 3 BHK.
All right, 1.04. It's not 1.4 crores. That would just give us such a bigger budget to actually get you a home. But well, your project which you've shortlisted is really a good one. Great connectivity, as I can see, Dhruv. It's just right next to Chinchwad station and 1 kilometer away from National Highway 50. That's the Pune-Nashik highway. And ready to move in. Seems like a decent one to go with, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's very well connected to the Hinjewadi IT Park as well, and that's the reason why we think it'll have a great rental yield in that location as well. So looking at the inventory overhang for Chinchwad, it's 16 months. Fairly healthy figure. Weighted average price is 6,150 rupees a square foot, and this is growing at about 8% per annum. Now, Queenstown, the project that he's chosen, is developed by Mindspace Realty in Chinchwad. Price is 6,800 rupees a square foot. There is a little bit of negotiation that can be expected on this particular price, so make sure you do that. This is located on the Chinchwad Station Road, about 1.5 kilometers from the Global Indian International School and 3 kilometers from the Aditya Birla Hospital. The Chinchwad railway station, like Manisha said, is very close by. It's got good connectivity through road as well as the rail network, and very close to the highway as well. The two other projects that we recommend you can look at is Empire Estate Phase 2, which is a joint venture between the Sukhmani Constructions and Agarwal Group. This is in the same micro market. Price is 6,500 rupees a square foot. This is a ready and fully occupied project. This is located on the old Mumbai-Agra road, NH50, opposite the City 1 Mall, about 1.2 kilometers from Chinchwad railway station and about 2 kilometers from the Pimpri railway station. The other project you can look at is Ganga Ashinya Phase 2 by Goyal Ganga Group. This is also located near Chinchwad. Price is around 6,000 rupees a square foot. This has been ready since 1 year now. This is located near the Aditya Birla Hospital, about 3 kilometers from NH50 and about 3.5 kilometers from Pimpri as well as Chinchwad railway stations.
All right, so Queenstown gets a go-ahead. That's a plus from us, Shailendra, and there are two other options that we've given you. Take a look. Always great to have some choices and then take your final decision. It is, after all, a large chunk of your life savings going into buying a house. Next caller, Nagendra Singh on the phone line. Nagendra, hi. Welcome to the Property Show. Go ahead with your question.
हेलो
Yes, go ahead, Nagendra ji. What's your question?
अच्छा मुझे बदलापुर अंबरनाथ के बीच 6 लाख के अंदर 2 BHK फ्लैट चाहिए. कम से कम 7 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग होना चाहिए. तो मुझे कहाँ दे सकते हैं आप लोग? कम से कम पोजीशन एक साथ चक्कर हो जाए.
चलिए, आपको चाहिए ऑलमोस्ट रेडी टू मूव इन, 2 BHK चाहिए, अंबरनाथ या बदलापुर, और 30 लाख आपका बजट है. अंबरनाथ तो मेरे ख्याल से बहुत ही मुश्किल है. ध्रुव, अंबरनाथ के वील हैव टू टेक हिम एटलीस्ट टू बदलापुर.
थोड़ा मुश्किल है अंबरनाथ. His budget is a bit tight for that location, so that's why we've chosen Badlapur as an appropriate location, and there are a couple of ready to move in projects that we've chosen for him. Looking at the inventory overhang within Badlapur, it's 20 months. Weighted average price here is about 3,250 rupees a square foot, and the annual return is around 6% per annum. The three projects we've chosen for him: Panvelkar Heights, Phase 3 by Panvelkar Group in Badlapur. Price is 3,300 rupees a square foot. The Phase 1 and 2 of this project are ready and fully occupied. Phase 3 will be ready by mid-2016, so in a couple of months from now. This is located in Bellavalli, about 700 meters from Kalyan Badlapur Road and about 1.8 kilometers from the Badlapur railway station. The second project he can look at is Tharwani Ariana Phase 1 by Tharwani Realty. Same micro market, price is 3,105 rupees a square foot. The Phase 1 of this project comprises of 7 towers is ready. Phase 2 is in initial stages. This is located in Chichloli Bank on the State Highway 80, about 700 meters off the Kalyan Badlapur Road and about 2.5 kilometers from the Badlapur railway station. Now the third project he can look at is Mohan Highlands by Mohan Group. This is also in Badlapur. Price is about 3,300 rupees a square foot. This is expected to be delivered by end 2016. This is located in Katrab, about 1 kilometer off the Ambarnath Badlapur Road and about 1.2 kilometers from the Gurukul International School. And Badlapur railway station is just about 2 kilometers from here.
चलिए नगेंद्र, हमने 3 प्रोजेक्ट्स आपके लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट किए हैं. सभी 3100 रुपए पर स्क्वायर फुट से 3300 रुपए पर स्क्वायर फुट के बीच में है. अंबरनाथ में 2 BHK पॉसिबल नहीं है आपके 30 लाख के बजट में, तो हमने आपको ये बदलापुर में ऑप्शंस दिए हैं. इन तीनों में आपको हमें पूरी उम्मीद है एक ना एक तो पसंद आएगा. On the other side, a complete step-by-step guide to borrowing a home loan and key things that you should know. And we also have the Highland Crest by Siddhi Group in Thane West, which bags a spot on this week's Project Tracker.